I've learned a lot over the 4 decades of health and fitness and being in the trenches with the greatest in the world. And one of those things I've learned a lot more about and how to build better muscle is nutrition and how it has changed over the decades. And that's why I have the Titan meal plan for you guys out there that are confused about nutrition. I'm gonna set you straight. Get a hold of me today. The link will be in the comments down below for you guys. Everybody, get over to the Titan meal plan, and I'll see you in the Titan crew where I will fine tune any difficulties that you're having.
So the year was 1995?
Yes.
95. I am in the lobby in Redondo Beach getting ready for the Muscle Mania, which was the biggest show of the time. Luzwick promotion on ESPN. Hundreds of competitors, thousands of participants in the audience. We're milling around before the show starts. There's a group of us, and all of a sudden I see a crowd gathering in the lobby. I'm thinking to myself, what's going on over here? So I walk away from my buddies who were all getting ready to compete against each other. And I make my way through the crowd, like literally I had to make my way through the crowd, and I see our special guest today on your podcast in the middle of the crowd, and all cameras on him, everybody looking at him. And when I made my way through and saw Adi Ray, I knew I was witnessing a legend.
Right then.
Right then, in that moment. He had taken off his clothes, not pumped up, because everyone wanted to see this anomaly, this phenom, this...
Was it a phenom? And I know this is a big opening, and I'm fine with that, because who we have today is, I think, one of those small rarities that I still think is a essence to the sport, but he embodies the whole thing. It was drug tested, it was a natty show, and it was something that nobody could believe, and it was opening up that whole, wow, you can create this and be like this.
That's why there was a crowd forming around Adi Ray, because he was different. He stood out from a bunch of other natural tested bodybuilders who were there to see who was the best. And then all of a sudden, everyone started crowding around him. And when I peeked through and looked, I just went back to everybody else and said, boys, the show's over. The winner arrived. He's here. And I'm now in here as a participant, as somebody else enjoying what we're witnessing. And here's what I love the most about you, my brother, is the fact that not only have you maintained a level of excellence, you've improved over 3 decades. And someone asked me this question. It was my daughter's boyfriend asked me this question yesterday. He said, you know, how many people in your industry actually stay in shape? And the answer is hardly any. But we will be in a room tomorrow with 4 people who have. And when Tito shows up, if he does, he's one of them. You're certainly one of them. I like to think I'm one of them. And you are absolutely one of them. Because when you walked in, I'm like, damn, how can a guy get better at 54 years old? Well, I know, you know, and that's what we're going to discuss today is how we've done it, what other people can do to do it, and how it's not impossible like everyone thinks it is. Because here lies the example of what can be done. And I'm really ready to learn more today because I'm still a student of the game. I'm still a historian of the game. I'm still someone who appreciates the people that put in the work. But above and beyond that, they put in the work and then they go out and share that. Because what you and I were just talking about is what you're currently doing. That's educating people, encouraging people, and becoming an inspiration with all of what you've learned over the decades. How's that for an intro?
I got an analogy too, and I said it off camera, and I think hopefully we'll just use the legit when I first saw him come into the house here today, is that I was in the audience that day, and I got to see him walk out on stage, and I had goosebumps, and I'm watching this art piece perform, and I just had admiration and appreciation for this individual. Now, the coolest thing about it for me is that it wasn't a one-hit wonder. It wasn't just the moment, a beautiful stage body. It was now I get to see and be on that road with him and see his the inner spirit of who he is, that he got. Wow, I don't know why that hits me, but he transcended something differently. It wasn't just the, and I wish people would get this, it's not just the lifting, it's not just that, but it's who he is as a person, and how he carries himself is a beautiful sight. And it always reminds me of that peaceful warrior, somebody that can, he'll go to battle, but so kind. And so
These gifts are a testament to that.
yeah, you've always been somebody I really respect, and how you carry yourself, and the physique's just an added plus, but the individual who you are, and it's all four of you guys. It's three, you and Tito. It's cool to see guys still living I talk about like a Titan mentality, a meta-human, a superhero lifespan of healthiness from weightlifting. You said it earlier. You said weightlifting saved us.
Yeah, bodybuilding saved our lives, I guess, yeah. First of all, I just want to say thank you thanks for inviting me to be here, and I'm just so grateful. Finally, we get together again after almost 30 years, I guess. It's very kind of you saying those kind of words. I mean, it's just like motivates me even more. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate. Masculinity is supposedly go hand in hand with vitality. I always feels like if you're a bodybuilder, you're not just a sportsman, you're not just a student. We are a student for life, right, Clark? And we are also an artist. I mean, a painter use a canvas, or sculpture use stones or wood as a media for them to express their art of work. I mean, for us especially, for true bodybuilder, they use their body as a media for them to express their art of work. I think that's what bodybuilding is all about. If a long time ago, Joey there said that bodybuilding is supposedly is important for nation building. I think that's what it's all about. I mean, strong country comes from a strong people, strong body. So I think that's what I'm trying to do. I mean, like
You're not trying to, you're doing it.
yeah.
To me, I can see
I'm
this.
still doing it.
I mean,
I always feels like your background also, like bodybuilder is supposedly like a martial artist, is a backhand fighters. Sometimes it's kind of nice using tools, gear, and everything, but for myself, I mean, I feel like I want to become like my inspiration, like a Bruce Lee, for example. It's like I'm a barehand fighter. So if you're an artist, I mean, it's kind of nice to see your body. I mean, like, just pay attention on what you're doing, you're moving. Like, that's why I appreciate a lot about Clark, about Mike. Is like when I look at you guys' video, the way you work out and everything is like very creative here and there. I mean, nowadays it's like it's kind of hard to see that kind of creativity. I think when you're a barehand fighter, you need to do that. It's just like a requirement. It's also like the when it comes to the dieting approach also, everybody is unique. So I think I think that's